Guys, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you why I decided to stop drinking at age 26. I've now not drank for 446 days. I want to share with you my story. I want to share with you the backstory about what my life was like. I'm going to kind of share with you a moment where I realized I cannot keep doing this. I'll share with you what life is like now. I've stopped drinking. I want to try and give you a positive message. So, you know, if you're struggling with drinking, or if you've got a friend that you might be struggling with and you want to understand their situation a bit more, then this video is for you. I really hope you enjoy it. Now, before I stopped drinking, which was 446 days ago, my life, you know, up until that point had been this series of peaks and troughs. It was like a roller coaster. So, you know, at 16, 17, I was experimenting, I was doing all this stuff, and then what would happen is each time I would hit this rock bottom. So once I hit the rock bottom, I'd start building again. Now, what does that mean? So basically, I would use drugs and alcohol until my life was just completely out of control. It meant that I was a destroyer. I'd drink until everything was destroyed. Now, I'd destroy my financial life, I'd destroy my health, I'd destroy anything, I'd destroy a business. I just destroyed everything because I'm not the type of person that can just have one drink. Now, what usually happened was I would get to a point where I destroyed everything and I'd hit this rock bottom, which is like an emotional breakdown. You're like, you cry inside, it's just broken, you just need to fix it, because it's just impossible to keep doing that. And I'd hit these points and then I'd just get off it and I'd start building my life up. I'd start getting to a point where everything's going well. Maybe I'm doing better at university. Maybe I've got a good friendship. I might have a girlfriend at the time. I might be back in the gym. And then, you know, things are going well. And then I might be with a friend, you know, one of those friends that don't understand what I'm like when I drink. And he'd be like, Leon, have one drink. I'd be like, you're right. I can have one drink. You can do it. You can do it. So can I. Yo, it just doesn't work like that. I cannot do that. What would happen is I would drink that one drink and, you know, it just kind of just kept slipping and slipping and slipping. And all those things that I'd spent months building, the great relationships, the finances, the businesses, the health, just everything, it would all slowly just go like that. And it didn't happen overnight for me. It wasn't like a thing that, you know, I drank and then 3 days later, oh my God, I've got to stop, I'm hungover. Nah, because I'd get hungover and I'd just keep pushing past it. I'd keep drinking and keep drinking and keep drinking until, you know, shit hit the fan and I hit that rock bottom again. Now, basically, in every good story, there's a wall and a triumph, right? It's unrelated, but you'll get where I'm coming from. So there's a wall where you'll see any story with a hero. The hero you'll learn about the hero, then he'll hit a wall, then he'll realize something, and then he'll have a successful life. Now, the thing is with alcohol is usually that comes in the exact same moment. You've been leading up by drinking, then boom, one day you hit the fucking wall, and we refer to that as rock bottom. And it's usually like an epiphany moment where you're like, it's gotta stop. It's just gotta stop. Like my last rock bottom was the worst place I had ever been in my life. And you know what? Nobody around me even knew it was going on. I was super secretive. The people that I spoke to were all either alcoholics or drug users or something. So they didn't really give a shit. It was like totally normal to them for me to be behaving in this ridiculous manner. And when I hit rock bottom, I remember being sat in my bedroom. I remember there was half a bottle of whiskey next to me. I'd been awake all night doing God knows what. You don't need to know the exact details. And my room was a mess. I'd actually stolen the whiskey off a housemate. I was just like, what the actual fuck is going on? And it was that moment that kind of, I just knew that if I kept doing that, I was just never going to achieve my dream life. I was never going to reach my goals. At the time, I was going back to transition into a gym to become a personal trainer again. And I was working in a restaurant, and every time I went to work in the restaurant at night, I'd go out and drink 4 or 5 beers. And eventually I was like, dude, this is enough. This is just getting way too bad. You are never gonna do shit. So I stopped, and I did not look back. Now, the thing is I started at that point where, you know, I was here at one point, then 8 months later, I got here. And the climb just starts again. You just gotta keep going again. And, you know, I'm still on that climb. I'm still, you know, doing great work again. I've moved to Asia, as some of you guys already know that I've engaged with. I now live in Asia, working online, making YouTube videos for another company. And, you know, none of this would have happened if I was still drinking. I don't even know what would have happened if I had continued drinking. Maybe I'd still be working in the restaurant. Maybe I'd be living at my parents' place now. Maybe all my friends would have just kind of been like, you know what, I thought there was something about that guy, but there's definitely not. You know, and now I've stopped drinking. Like, I'm literally living a dream life. Like, if I could show you what it looks like outside, like I've got a mountain view here. I don't pay that much money for where I live, but it's like an amazing quality of life. And this was my dream life. This was where I wanted to go. And now that I stopped drinking, it seriously happened. Now, I truly believe that when you stop drinking, it can't just be about stopping drinking. That cannot be your main focus. Stopping drinking is kind of like your ticket to building a better life for yourself. Now, you know, this is the thing is I see some people that stop drinking, and the people that relapse, they just kind of stop and then stagnate. They don't try and progress in all the areas of their life. The people that I see succeed at stopping drinking for long periods of time, they're always progressing. They're always, you know, going to the gym, getting their health better. They're always, you know, even learning about nutrition or reading some self-improvement books. Is those people that kind of get onto a path that's going to keep giving you that gradual improvement. When you feel that gradual improvement, you don't want to drink anymore, because you build your life into such a way that the consequence of you drinking is so goddamn severe, because you know exactly what happens. All these things that you spend months working for, as soon as you have that one drink, it's just gone. It's just gone. And you know for a fact, because if you're like me and you cannot have just one drink, if you are like me, you can't do it. You cannot do it, because if you spend months building, it's freaking game over. I don't care. It is game over. We are not like the rest of people. Not many people will understand where we're coming from on this, but it is game over. So, you know, I really think that's a super important thing, is to get onto a path of self-improvement. Now, I've kind of created a Facebook group recently. What I'll do is I'll put you a link to it in the description of this video. And in this group, it's like a positive community that's future focused. We're thinking about the future. We're thinking about how we want our life to look. And it's just a community of people that are sober, they don't drink anymore, and they just want to build a better life for themselves. So I'll link you to that in the description for you to have a look at. Yo, I'd really love it if you join the group. That's kind of it. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. That's kind of why I stopped drinking at 26 and why it was the best decision of my life. Like, I have never been happier. I just feel great. This is the longest I think I've ever been without alcohol in the past 10 years. I'm 27 now, and you know, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to be able to share this message with you guys. Yo, subscribe to the channel, make sure to join the group, and thank you so much. Goodbye.